Welcome back, awesome action toy fans and subscribers. We are Wednesday, the 2nd October 2024, looking at this Joytoy North 09 Strike Attach Mecha. This is from their Battle for the Stars series, their own IP. This is 1/18 scale. It does look pretty nice. I have a sort of a love-hate relationship with the Joytoy mechas. Some I really love, some I really don't like. But this one does look pretty good. Nice looking figure comes with it as well. If we look on the box, look on the back, it shows us how he fits in. Seems to open from the bottom and the top, which is pretty good. Or maybe just the top. Can't quite tell. Looks like bottom and top. Nice. Fig looks pretty cool. Quite a nice sort of a helmet, that sort of mask or faceplate underneath there. Okay, I'm going to unbox this and set it up. I'll be back in an instant. Stay tuned. And here we go. This is a great little mecha. It doesn't come with any instructions, so it took me about 50 minutes to work some things out. But it's a great little mecha. Not massive. You can see that it's about twice the size of the man, so it's probably approaching 20, 22, 23 cm. We'll measure that a bit later on. But it does look really good, and it comes with a whole heap of accessories. Now, I have swapped some things around, some parts around, and we'll look at that in a second. See, I've put the that gun in there, and for that, you have to connect this part here to the arm instead. I've not done it in the other side. And to connect it, you've got to take out the forearm of that side. So, accessories apart from those things we'll look at later, you get another dagger like this, which is pretty pointless. You can't really hold this one well. Articulated fingers are great because he's got articulated fingers, but they can't hold things like this. So this is better to plug into the side of something. Comes with the minigun. There's a 4-barrel one. Comes with this claw here, which is great, and it's got 2 joints at the base and at the middle. So you can actually grip things if you want as well. Though I would prefer that if it had like a thing of like 3 joints you can pivot. I would prefer it, God, I'm so stiff, if it had a little gun in the center rather than just a little circle dot there. Then you've got your man here. Look at him in a second. His accessories, it comes with gun 1, which is, yeah, it's alright. I hate the joined things there. Gun 2, which is much easier for him to hold. His sidearm, which can be stowed in his holster. Then he comes with 2 pairs of hands. So he comes with a fist for left hand, trigger left hand. He comes with a semi-gripping, semi-open left hand, and he comes with a gripping right hand. And he also comes with these, I'm guessing they're for his shoulders or arms here. Too small for his legs. Pads, elbow pads perhaps, but I don't want to use them. They'll limit his articulation. So quite a bit of stuff. Okay, lots of stuff there. Very, very cool. Please consider joining the Patreon, link in the top right of the screen now. Get to see all the videos before they're published on YouTube, exclusive content from time to time, and prize draws as well. We just had one earlier today where someone won a box set of Primera's Inceptors from Joytoy's Warhammer 40k line. Okay, so let's have a close look. Let's do the guy first. I really like this figure. I think that helmet is fantastic. Kind of creepy, those sort of... Can't get decent focus. There we go. It's better. With the sort of red and the sort of camera eye sockets. Pretty cool. Now his articulation is going to suffer a bit because of all this paraphernalia and bulk on him. But I think he looks fantastic. And we put this... And his pistol goes in the holster nicely and doesn't shake out. Very cool looking. Let's look at our mech. For this, on a zoom out. And then bring it a bit closer. Nice big feet, so it stands up easily. Interesting joint system. We've seen this before on the other North mechas, I think. Like this. But it's really good for bending the arms. The back, nice and simple. These are also accessories which you have to plug in. This is the thing I'm using on his arm for the guns. Very cool. So we'll do articulation and features and so forth. We'll start with the guy first, his articulation. Let's make sure he is in focus. Is that good? That's good. Okay. So left, right, side to side, forwards, backwards. Very nice. Shoulders. There's no. Is there a shoulder? I can't really tell. There's a shoulder roll. It's moving, but I don't think it's a shoulder roll because I can't see a joint. There's no shoulder roll. Okay, so he's popped out a joint already. Okay, shoulders all the way around, but an angle because things get in the way. Lateral raise. He's getting flat. That waist joint wants to pop out again. Bicep bend to his bicep is 90 or maybe a fraction over 90 degrees. He has got a trunk, but he can't get that. So he has to go from his waist. And that's going to keep popping out, I think. Okay, so, my word, that is really quite bad on a pop out. You see that he's got one hip higher than the other. I might have to hot water treat that. And I reckon if I hot water treat it, get the hip down, or let's try pulling it, then he won't pop out so often. Okay, push him back in. Okay, let's try again. Out again. Forwards, almost popping out. Backwards, okay. Sideways, it's popping out all the time. And sideways, this side he won't pop out because the hip's lower. So it is okay, but I'm struggling to get that hip down. That needs to be hot water treated. Hips sideways. It's not great, but it's okay. It's acceptable. Can't kick many people. Forwards. Even a little bit forwards, I'm popping that out of joint there, where it's pushing against it. All right, let's work it down a little bit. Let's try again. So we've got a lot of struggling on the hips. Backwards, about that far. Any more than that, it's going to pop again. Thigh twist, double kneecap. It's quite a nice double kneecap, not ugly. It's reasonably tight. And then the feet, we have, there's no turn, but there's a swivel, decent tippy toe, decent dorsiflexation, and he's got the toe articulation too. I love this figure, but those hips are going to annoy me. Even if it's moved down, I reckon that's going to pop out a joint a lot. But a nice looking figure. My worry is the fact that cockpit is not really a sitting down one, so his hips shouldn't pop out on that. Okay, our mech. So many things in this. We'll do articulation first, and I'll show you how to swap some of the things around, because you have to figure out something on this. If you haven't had the previous ones they've done, you may not know about this. So, articulation, nothing up here moves. That does come off that part there. On the back, you've got these joints here, which you have to insert, and obviously that will insert, that will move, and that one there should move as well, like that. So you can move these around if you want. Then shoulders, move that out the way. Ooh. So I mean, that part does pop off. You get all the way around. You get a over flat on the lateral raise, which is fantastic. There's a bicep swivel. Arms with this or the other one, because of the way it's done, you get an incredibly tight bicep bend. I can't do that with my arms, you know. And I go to the gym. If I didn't go to the gym, I still couldn't do that because that's stupidly tight. I don't know. I literally can't touch my shoulder with my arms when they're bent. Wow, you are so buff. Awesome Action Toys. Thank you. I'm not really that buff. Okay. Cockpit opens from top and bottom. Bottom first, then top. It's a decent cockpit. You see, it's a stand-up cockpit, not a lie-down cockpit. I do like that. But there is no control screen. It's all looking through the window. And I like the fact that it is a clear, not a clear, it is a translucent is the word, I believe. sort of plastic. But it's, you know, I like the fact that the seat is a different tone as well. That does make a big difference when there's no sort of control colours and whatnot in there. Let's close that. Hips are full splits forwards and backwards, very squeaky. Full split sideways, but the bottom part will stick lower than it is. There is a no hip turn or roll that I can see. It's got a single kneecap, it gets about 90 degrees. Then the foot, you've got a stupid dorsiflexation, that's stupid. You've got a, not really a tippy toe, that's stopped by this part here. But you do have a swivel in and out, there's no turn on the foot. It is a nice toy. Okay, so how to swap the things around. So first, obviously, you've got to plug out the forearm. So if I plug that forearm out here, very easy, just pull out. Now the tricky part is the next part, this part on the back. If I take that off, if I plug this into his forearm here, this part here needs to go at the back. There's nothing that fits into that hole there. So you put the other side in, but you'll see there's quite a deep recess into here. So none of your stuff is going to actually fit into there. This one will, I think. No, even this one's not fitting, despite that pin being quite large. And then also, if you want to do the... let's get this stand up first. There we go. If you want to do the minigun, even without this part, that still won't fit. So what do we do? So if we go here, we have a couple of clips. There's a clip this side, you pull, and a clip the other side, you pull. That opens up, so you can store stuff in that, but this you can turn around. And on the other side, it clip back into place again. There we go. Now you've got the hole you need to plug things into. So does this go this way or the other way? Let's have a look. This one should go, it can go both ways. But I'm not sure if this is actually from the minigun or not, since there's no... I'll say no for this one, because this was not part of the minigun in the box. It was just loose lying around. I'm not sure what that's part from. But I'll look in the box in a second. So this should go straight into... Oh, that is a tight fit. But that is where it goes. All right, just quickly do this off camera. Okay. Wow, that's a squeaky fit. That is in. And while you're looking at beautiful, beautiful minigun, I'm looking at the box to see if that part I showed you goes there. No, I don't know where that part is from. The minigun is like that. The other part that was loose in the box must be from him somewhere. Is there something I'm missing? I don't know. Okay, so that's how you touch stuff. And then I can take that one off. Oh God, that's so stiff. I can put in the great big hand that I quite like. Oh, that one's coming off now. And then I can have my my sort of sci-fi load up, my sci-fi gun and my big claw, which I quite like the look of that. That's a nice sort of loadout for it. Now, here's the part. The other thing you can do, sorry, forget that. These little swords like this, and even the big one, you can attach to the side, so you actually got a blade. That's, again, it's quite stiff, so that blade just protrudes slightly longer than the gun. Be better about the gun, obviously, to get that blade that long. Do it on this side, but you've got this going to be in the way of the fingers. And this one's a little bit too short to have anything else on there. Okay, now let's see how the figures fit in the cockpit. The previous North ones, they're pretty good, but some of the other Joytoy ones, it's a real struggle. And some of the figures that come to actually fit in the cockpits, you know, so Joytoy can be hit and miss with this. But the fact that it's a double opening cockpit does make it easier. And the fact there's not a sit down one. Sorry, the guy popped apart again. A sit down one makes it easier again. All right, that's going to be real. Okay, let's try and pose him first. He's just, that hip is just so high up. Right, let's try and get him back into socket. Such a great looking figure, ruined by this. Well, not ruined, but spoilt perhaps is not quite strong a word. Okay, see if we can do it from there. The control stick doesn't move, so you've got to fit him in around it. If the control stick moved, I'm scared he's going to pop out a joint from his hips again. That would have been awesome. Now he is quite broad. Squeeze him in. Let's get his legs forwards. Don't pop out a joint. No, there he goes. He's quite broad. Okay, that's how he would fit in. Will that close like? Ooh. Okay. So the question is now, would he actually fit in that? Let me quickly try and pop him in while I'm speaking to you. This ain't going to be easy. He would fit, but it just feels like he's going to permanently pop out a joint. I'm really struggling to get his body in. Okay, he's in now. I'm not actually sure whether he's actually popped in place or whether it's just the friction fit inside that cockpit that's keeping him in there. Yeah, see, look, now I can't even close the cockpit because his head's in the way. Now he's popped out again. Hey, I'm not having much luck with this. So, yeah, you probably can, but honestly, I don't think it's worth the effort, because if yours is like mine and it keeps popping out a joint, you can get really frustrated. If I use, I'm trying my Fortnite AIM custom figure, who is actually taller, but he has none of those articulation issues. See that I actually sanded down the knees, so there's none of those silver knees anymore, those big square silver knees, which I was never a fan of anyway. I think his gun might be, no, his gun will stick out the side. He's broad, but I'm not sure his shoulders will fit, but let's just try him quickly. Yep, shoulders are in. I'm telling a lie, the control stick does move forwards. The actual stick, not the shaft is on. Let's get his feet in. Okay, he is in. And I'm going to be extra and just, there we go, make him hold control sticks. And then, look at that. Fantastic. Now, if I bring him in close, can we see inside the translucent? No, just getting a reflection, but you can see that you can fit your figures in. And this is slightly bigger than their figure, just that the articulation on theirs suffers due to that hip system. Okay, so this is the part that moves here. This moves like this. Can you see that? Just zoom in a little bit for you there. So that will go down and up, but it's not really enough to help with many things. This is a really, really nice mech. I like this a lot. I like all the North ones. This is probably my favourite one. I think this colour scheme works so well. You know, and you can use it in universes. It will match with some of the other ones. I mean, you can use it acid rainbow, but it looks very different aesthetic. This looks more a manga than acid rainbow. Okay, let's get an idea of size. Let me do a quick comparison. This is a long video, but I think it's worth staying through to watch everything. So let's look at our man first. Should be no surprises there. So he's about just under 4¼ so he's just under 11 centimeters, 4¼ inches, 11 centimeters high. Our mech here to the very top is just over to the top of this part here, sorry, is maybe 8¼ just below 8¼ just beneath 21, maybe 20.5 centimeters. I said at the beginning he's around double the size of the guy. Now I'm going to zoom out some more. Well, actually, I'm going to go like this because I'm going to do a comparison with another Joytoy mech. Not a North ones, they're quite similar. In fact, these are almost identical. I'm going to look at the Xiangtian Mecha or Mecha. Sorry, Mecha. I get Mecha for us. So funny. The Xiangtian Mecha. They released this a while back. 2 years, maybe 3 years. This is massive. This one was great, but again, getting the figs in the cockpit was like, yeah, not going to happen. You see that? There is a huge difference. But the fact that they make mechas in the same scale, but it's so different in size, I think is fantastic. You really add variety to your collection. So that is the North 09 Mecha Battle for the Star Series. I like that a lot. Loads of potential for the different loadouts. I quite like this loadout here. I've always been a fan of gun arms as opposed to the mech holding a gun. But I think this is just a great mech. And I like the figure, just a shame those hips keep popping out of joint. Maybe could swap to a different pair of legs, but not going to match colour-wise, but we will see. Okay, this is Awesome Match Story signing out, saying please like, share, subscribe, check out the Patreon, and don't forget the video description for discount links and codes to pick up your toys for cheaper from recommended sellers. I will see you in the next... Oh, this goes up and down. I will see you next video soon. Stay happy, keep collecting. Bye-bye.